We are here with the Sales More Offers Challenge, and today's guest I have Courtney. Courtney, you are out of Torrington, Connecticut, right?
Yes.
Amazing. So, kind of tell me a little bit, like what is the business that you're currently in? What's that business model, and what are you looking to build?
So currently I started a online business to just do virtual high ticket coaching for women experiencing burnout.
Women experiencing burnout. Just because you said it just like that, I know you're on the right track. Okay. Women experience burnout. Go ahead and get into the details of it. Why is that a big necessity for your market?
So I wanted to niche down, and that's what I ended up choosing. High performing women who experience burnout to get them back on track. I have a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner license, but for the coaching, I won't be using my license.
What do people gravitate about your offer?
Getting them back on track and reclaiming their peace of mind, just being able to from a non-prescriptive. So it has to be someone who's looking to heal holistically in a functional medicine capacity and not wanting to go on prescription medication.
I want you to kind of look at your business right now. And I kind of want you to just, because what I'm going to tell you is something that's so clear, especially in the space that you're in, with the space that I'm in, is I realize there's something that's very key about what it is that we're able to do here in this environment here on this call, which is you're going to tell me your belief system, which is basically your result. And what's going to happen is by the end of each call and in the middle of the next call, you're actually going to be moving from my belief system, because your belief system is based on the actions you put in the last year. My belief system is based on the future of your entire business, of what I'm hearing. How many times are you on the call with them?
So for the 6 months, it's bi-weekly calls, 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Bi-weekly calls, 30 minutes. It's
a total of 12 calls.
Total of 12 calls. What's the monthly offer?
So for the 6 months, you mean how much is the program cost for the 6 months?
How much does the program cost?
It's $8,400 for the 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
If it's paid in full in the first month, it's $1,000 off, so it's $7,400. But that also includes all of the functional labs, which is about $1,065.
Are they paying 84 monthly or 84 one time for 6 month program?
One time for 6 months.
So we'll have to keep putting on a new 6 clients.
Yes, each month.
Okay, there we go. That makes better sense. So you want to close.
That would be way more, but I'm saying like a minimum of 6. That's why I said 4 clients a month is okay. 6 would be way more than enough.
That makes more sense now. Okay. So obviously that's a better number, because I'm going to show you one more question. I have one more question. I'm going to show you how to do exceedingly great and abundantly of that. And the last one will be, what is your 3-year goal in your business? Like, do you have your structure of what your 3-year goal? Like, how many clients, how much revenue, and where is it being built to?
No, not for 3 years.
Okay. So now I feel you have a very clear, niche down problem that you solved, but the transformation has to get a little bit more clear. This means that when people are trying to figure out what it is, especially women, when they're trying to figure out what it is, of course, they're going to relate to the burnt out, but they need to understand the transformation more than the burnt out. They need to understand they're actually going to make more, see more, feel more, be more, which is, instead of just talking about the burnt out, try to figure out some ways to go a little bit more intentional about the transformation. Because the burnt out is the pain effect, but what's the after effect? If we can have something after, it will make me ask a little bit more questions, which is why I asked, what is your business? I'm going to teach you something about lower path and higher path. Now, if your goal is to do 175,000 and you're only actually aiming for 175,000, then more than likely your belief system of going to 175,000 is to give yourself gap room of financial capability. And then also you're not thinking about how to attack all the clients that you need that you can also serve. If you turn it away from chasing money to making a service for people, service and serving are completely different. Your service is what you charge. Your serving is what you do. Obviously, based on your beliefs is the way you're acting on your business, which is number one. But the number thing you need to understand is that it's not a money block thing. It's a mindset and clarity thing, which is how clear are you on the transformation of the people you're serving? Like, how clear is the transformation in your mind? Because in my mind, I do these calls for free because why? No one can't pay me what I want. If they pay me 10 grand, I have a 10 grand, I have a 25, and I have a 25. The 25 is a group one. The 10 grand is a 1 month one. The 25 is an experience one. It means we do stuff everywhere. Right now, based on our short conversation, you're moving from two standpoints. You're moving from the standpoint from having, because you said, when I have, I will now work less. But it's realistically, because you're in this space, because you know that you can actually help the woman in your space, you actually need to focus on the being. How can I serve people with maximum value? So how can you become more valuable? So you must identify who it is you are to the women that are actually listening to you, not from the standpoint of what you have as a degree, but from the standpoint of how you actually serve them. So to me, as again, I want to be the #1 business coach. So this is the being. I had to get really good at the being, which means I had to get really good at serving people in different fields, which is why I left the restaurant niche. And I said, hey guys, I'm going to have you guys take over this business. This business already has all the systems in place. We created the third business, which is an app. And now we're in my second business back doing the Sales More Offer Challenge, while I also have to be able to do the coaching for my clients already. Because why? I had to make myself more valuable, where it's no longer just about food. It's no longer just about restaurants. It's no longer just about small business owners. At this time, it's, can I do a one-to-one and transform their business? Can I do a one-to-group and transform multiple people's business? Can I do a one-to-many and transform everybody's business? You see, the more valuable you get at this point, and you look at the goals for your business, the more you're going to look at this process of building a system in your business. So first, I'm going to start off with the 4 levels of an offer. See, the first thing when it comes to an offer is it always goes up in a triangle, right? It's because that's where you start. You start there, but I'm going to show you something. You're actually going to end up flipping it because you're not going to end it. Where you start is what you actually build credibility on, which is why I created the Sales More Offer Challenge. Not because I needed to become more credible, but because I needed the person on the other line to know how valuable I am. Does that make sense? So what you need to do is you need to show more people how valuable you are at the first level of what I call your free offer. Your free offer is usually dedicated to what? A transition. A transition offer is always for people to take a pivot in where they were going and to move now in the direction of where you are. Okay, your transition offer. The next offer you want to focus on in your business, you want to focus on your core offer. Now I'm going to talk about the two. See, your core offer is a little bit different than your transition offer, but at both offers, you must give enough value for transformation. So every single offer must have transformation. Does that make sense? Do not give an offer that is just, you want to be lazy, okay? There's a lot of people that give out offers and they go, yeah, go get my free ebook. Well, you know what? You get that ebook and it's still confusing, right? So it's not about just any offer. It's about the fact that how valuable you are. I give out 30 minutes of my time because 30 minutes of my time is more valuable than literally an ebook. Okay. But if I give out the ebook, I'm not only giving you 30 minutes of my time, I'm actually giving you a decade of my life into an ebook. Does that make sense? So that means there's more value in my core offer, which is now my informational offer, which is everything I would basically tell you if I was on the call. It's in my ebook, which is the process I go, the way I build, because why? I have a new book that I'm writing every single year. Why? Because I'm learning every single year. So this kind of asks you something. Did you create a new core offer this year based on what you learned, how to transform and how to help someone in that space? The best thing about this is at your free level, you might be giving maybe your time, you might be giving a product. Who knows what it is? Time costs a lot less than your product, but time is also more valuable than a product. Does that make sense? The space you're in, your time is going to be the most valuable. So what I love to say is that, hey, listen, you give me 30 minutes of your time, I'm going to give you 30 minutes of my time. Both of them are completely valuable. But by the end of 30 minutes, your brain is going to be completely shifted because your core offer is informational. It gives them the same transformation, but it requires less time. Now, from there, you want to get into your product. What do you actually sell? What are you actually helping with? This is your transformation now. Because you were able to transform them at a low offer, okay? They're now looking at you like, well, what else does she offer? And your last one is going to be your experience offer. Like I said, I have a $25,000 ticket one, but for $25,000, you're going to my events, you're on my calls, and you get access to my VIP membership. You're going to my events, you're on my private calls, and you get access to my VIP membership. Okay, and then I can go into what will I give out with my VIP membership. Then I can go into what's in there. You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot that you also have to figure out that in these 4 levels of offer, if we start at the free, giving someone like in your business free is not about the density of time, but the density of value. You want to know their 3 core beliefs that they need in order for them to actually grow as a person. Business is a reflection of who we are because we only make and what we believe and what we can make. And then a reflection of the systems that we have. That means we're supposed to be, then we do, which is our systems. And then we have. Most people look at the having, then the doing, and then the being, which actually flips it because I didn't tell you about this, but it's actually easier to make more money, a lot of money, which you know, is actually easier for you to make $7,000 from one person than for you to make $7,000 from 7 people, right? Because not all 7 people are going to have 7,000, but it's actually easy for you to make 200,000. Ready? So 200,000 is right here. That's the goal. And the reason why you haven't done 200,000 in 90 days is because you just honestly don't know how to get there yet. So how do we get to 200,000 in 90 days? Well, first, you have to create your free product. Your free product should be funneling in as much customers as possible. All right. Next, we're going to go to our core product. Watch this. Our core product, then our product, then our high ticket. And here we go. Our free product is funneling over 100 people per month. That's all you want. You want your free product funneling over 100 people per month. Okay? That's the point of free. People love free. Everybody loves free, but you get to single them out because then they get to learn about you. This could be through content. My Sales More Offers Challenge, I want you to know this. The reason why I record all my calls is because I say this on every call. It's my content. It not only shows you who I am, it shows the people watching you and your journey exactly what I can do for you. Because by the end of day 5, everybody's seeing everybody's transformations. What does that do? That increases what? The value of who I am. So you got to understand how you can actually leverage your free. It's not about just doing it free. It's about how free becomes leverage.